sometimes my issue is when I practice. Like when do I say okay, I can stop now because I got my goal. Let's say if I'm working my way up, let's say to 110 and then or 120. Like when do I tell myself, okay, for today this is where I'm at, or how much is enough for, because I'm scared also if I get tired. Like when my fingers get tired, like I have to stop and stuff like that.
I guess what you're doing is okay. You have to set for yourself a goal. And if you are confident with what you have worked on for that goal, um, then I guess your practice was worth it. Okay? Sometimes kasi the time element is not as important as when you are focused on finishing a goal. Mas productive 'yon. Rather than practicing long hours, napagod ka na at lahat-lahat, pero parang asan na yung difference? There's no difference from where you started to where you ended at. So you want to make sure that kasi there are so many things that you can work on. There are so many things that you can practice, especially if you're working on a piece, right? But setting a goal, for example, you just want to clean passages 1 to 10, measure numbers 1 to 10. You just want to clean that up. You just want to make that clear. Kagaya nga sinabi ni Teacher Kim, if you slowly and surely going your way, getting your way there, no? As long as you've done your part in practicing, making notice of the adjustments that you have to do as you practice along. And then if you see a difference, okay, as you work your way up, then that's the goal. You've done your part already.
And you know what? I'm not a proponent of time-based practice because it defeats the purpose of practice. When you practice, you're right, and I like the way you do it because when you're practicing, there is a reason why you're practicing. You're not practicing just the sake, just for the sake na checklist ko 30 minutes this day. That's so vague, right? I'd rather have a 5-minute practice that I was able to achieve my goal rather than a 30-minute practice. Ito mangyayari sa akin, no? Every time you practice and the mind gets disengaged because it doesn't know what to do now, that is the start you form. That is the start you form bad habits because the mind is not engaged anymore. So on practice, this is what I tell my students. I always tell them, forget about time. It's like watching a good movie. Okay? Sinasabi ng iba, dapat mahaba yung practice mo. Yes and no. Yes, kasi kapag maganda yung movie, I don't mind watching it 4 hours. Right? Kapag sa practice ko, I have a lot of goals that I want to achieve, hindi ko na napapansin yung 4 hours of practice eh. But, even sa movie, kahit 5 minutes lang yan, pero boring, hindi engage yung mind mo, that's not gonna satisfy you, right? So it's not the length, but how much engagement your mind could achieve. There's a saying, what cannot be measured cannot be improved. So measure it. So nakita mo, let's say, piece mo. The first 2 lines goal, I was able to finish it at 5 minutes. Then it's enough. Now, if you were able to finish it at 5 minutes, guess what? Don't limit yourself. Maybe you can put another 5 minutes on some parts of the day. If it's practical in your situation, put your violin case open in a spot where you can just grab it. Okay, I have 5 minutes to spare. Practice ako 5 minutes. I have a goal. I want this first line and second line. That's good. And if you could do that many times in a day, believe me, ang sarap kasi, ang mahirap kasi sa practice, yung nagpa-practice ka tapos parang wala nangyayari, it's so discouraging, eh? Pero, kahit ang practice mo 5 minutes, tas you see yourself improving, you're gonna be practicing more. And time is not gonna be an issue anymore. The best person you can compare with is yourself. Last week, I wasn't able to do this. This week, I can do it now. Wow!